in 2023, correct?
Yes, we are in 2023, as much as I still forget. Hello, folks. Today is Friday, April 28th, 2023. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. And there's a lot of spicy stuff to talk about, so let's just jump right in, man. The first story is about Xbox. Is the Activision Blizzard Xbox thing done? Well, that's what a lot of people are guessing, because we've talked about this for a long time now, the little ins and outs of this story and all the details. But the most recent thing is the UK regulatory body, the CMA. No, it does not stand for the Country Music Awards. It stands for the Competition and Markets Authority. And they have finally put out their verdict, and they are essentially blocking the deal. I'm going to use their words specifically. The final decision to prevent the deal comes after Microsoft's proposed solution failed to effectively address the concerns in the cloud gaming sector. The cloud gaming market in the UK is growing fast. Monthly active users in the UK more than tripled from the start of 2021 to the end of 2022. Microsoft has a strong position in cloud gaming services, and the evidence available to the CMA showed that Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial to make Activision's games exclusive to its own cloud gaming service. Microsoft already accounts for an estimated 60 to 70 of global cloud gaming services. And note, they're not just talking about like the Project X Cloud streaming Xbox games to your phone. It's that along with a lot of other things behind the scenes, specifically like Azure, Microsoft's whole streaming technology. Like, they do have a significant foothold there, and apparently that's the biggest red flag for this whole deal, more than anything else, which is interesting. It seems like that wouldn't be the first thing they would go to. It would be all the concerns around other things like Call of Duty, or just the fact that they'd be owning everything in the world. Now, I'll link their official statement down in the description so you can read it for yourself, because I always say with these stories here, we are not experts in this department by any means, but this does come after we've talked about United States regulatory bodies also giving statements suggesting that they plan to file lawsuits to block the deal. So there's a lot of things adding up, but I've still seen a lot of analysts expect it to find some way at some point. The cynical person, myself included, sometimes would just be like, when there's just so much money involved, it's like an inevitability more than anything. But I've also seen a lot of talk about the fact that Microsoft is going to file an appeal, and this is going to be an ongoing process for a long time, because appeals take a long time. So we could be talking about this for a while. I don't think this is necessarily over yet, but as of right now, that's where this is. There are little things in the statements that people are picking apart that makes it seem like the CMA doesn't totally understand the gaming sector. I can't really make a declaration on that at all, but like I said, if you want to read up on that stuff, it'll be linked in the description down below, so you know what's going on. Still, I am curious to see where this goes, because I feel like Microsoft is putting a lot of chips in this one. This is a big deal. They had to have been kind of ramping up for this thing, and they seemed pretty confident that it would go down. So between this and the most recent earnings reports for Microsoft suggesting that numbers are a little lower than expected, we talked about that news last week. It's just, it's another hit for them right now. Still, who knows? I mean, it's Microsoft. They're a big corporation. They have more money than like God, so we'll just have to see where this goes. Next up, we got some new details from Armored Core 6. Now, Armored Core 6 is significant because it's the next game from Software. Yeah, they're going back to their roots. The Dark Souls guys are jumping back into mech games, and Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon got a new gameplay trailer. As you guys know, this is coming out August 26th, so not too far away, but this new trailer finally shows some gameplay and a really good sense of scale, pretty massive looking levels, and just cool ass mech fighting. This actually, to me, felt like, when you sent this to me, I was like, oh, this feels like a throwback. Like, I haven't seen like a good solid old mech game like this in a while, and I'm not even like a big mech game guy, but like, man, there are new details out there that I'll link in the description down below. Some new info suggesting that this is going to be more mission based. It's not going to be like an open world thing. It's like you're going to be jumping into missions. There's going to be ways to close the quarters quickly and switch between different fight modes to engage in faster movement or powerful attacks, and the whole thing is going to be around completely customizing your machines. And From Software, and the lead behind this, who is not Miyazaki, it's another team leader, mentioned that this is not going to be a multiplayer focus, it's going to be a single player experience, so there's that. And of course, we also talked about this a few months ago, but they have expressly said that they're not making this like a Souls-like game. They're making another Armored Core game. So there's that. Although, I gotta say, I know From Software at this point, They can't help themselves. This game's going to be hard as hell. I feel like that's just my guess. I'll link the trailer, of course, but I'll also link like the PlayStation blog. That's where a lot of new information is out, so check that out. Hey, and next up, this episode is sponsored by nothing, just you guys for watching. I know it's always corny when I do this, but I just want to say thank you for tuning around for the Friday show. Every Friday, whether you're new or old, we've been doing this show for like, how long have we been doing the Friday show? 7, 6 years, 8 years?
More like
5. Don't say that. What? To quote Jordan Belfort, I'm not leaving. So, yeah, buckle up. Thank you for being here. Let's move on. The next story is about Star Wars, of course. So, Jedi Survivor is now out. If you're watching this on Friday, we put out our Before You Buy video. I really like the game. Full disclosure, I'm a Star Wars fanboy, so I'm like an easy target for this stuff. I also love the original game. I think I still like Fallen Order a little more than Survivor, but it is also worth noting that if you are jumping in on PC, there are some pretty massive technical problems. As of right now, I think the best source for info on that is SkillUp's video. My boy Ralph just put up his video detailing that, so buyer beware if you're on the PC side. The console side, like I played on PS5, I didn't have too many issues other than just some visual flickering and not the best frame rate, but it wasn't totally catastrophic, but still, it doesn't matter. I think regardless of console, PC, the game should have released in a better state. Because, like, what the hell, EA? You finally cracked the code, like, you got good single-player games again, and you're kicking them out the door when they're a little undercooked. I feel like this is, like, an endless list of games we talked about recently that have ended up like this. And what sucks is that it gets in the way of the fact that, like, there is a good game there. I think Survivor is really cool. It's a bigger, badder sequel. I believe there's a patch dropping soon on PC, so hopefully things continue to get cleaned up. But as of right now, if you're on PC, or even if you're really particular on consoles, definitely do your research. But if you're looking for more info just about the game, if you like the inner workings of how games are made, I'm going to link an article from Bloomberg that kind of details how they made the game in a very short span of development time compared to the first game. It's a pretty interesting look. Granted, it doesn't really go into the technical issues that the game is now releasing with, but otherwise, it's a cool read. And of course, I'll also link our videos that we did on the game in the description as well. But speaking of Respawn, Titanfall 3. Yes, the head of Respawn, Vince Zampella. No, don't get your hopes up. I'm sorry. I see you looking at me. Yeah, Titanfall 3. Vince Zampella did an interview with Barron's and said, yeah, you know, we'd like to, but it has to be the right time and the right place, whatever that means. He said specifically that, like, you know, he doesn't want to say, like, yeah, we're gonna, and then they don't, and then he doesn't want to get, like, eviscerated. So I get that. He's playing it safe, but, you know, he did at the very least confirm that there is nothing in the works right now. So we've talked about rumors in the past of Titanfall something. It seems like, according from the horse's mouth, there is no Titanfall projects in the works or even in talks right now. At the very least, I'm glad that, like, the head of Respawn isn't like, oh, we've moved on from Titanfall. Like, at least there is some interest there, but that's all we got to go on right now. Sorry, guys. Now I got a bunch of stuff I want to link in the description down below, because there's a lot of shit dropping. Like, Anakin is in Fortnite, which is weird. I love Anakin. I feel like this is the first time, like, Fortnite is, like, appropriating my culture. You turned her against me? Sorry. But I linked a trailer, like an Unreal Engine 5 showcase for the Layers of Fear remake. They show off how, like, the tech like Lumen and all the lighting engine stuff is going to work for this seemingly significant overhaul of the Layers of Fear games. Also, I'm linking a trailer for The Last Case of Benedict Fox because it's out. This game just came out. They showed it off at, like, Summer Game Fest or, like, E3 or something like that. And I remember seeing the trailer and going, that looks awesome. That looks like something I really want to play. Like, that, I was hyped for that. And then I never really heard anything about the game. And now it's out on PC and I think specifically Xbox. So there's that. I'm going to try and jump in on that on my Steam Deck this weekend, hopefully, if it runs on that. If you jumped into it already, if you're playing, let me know in the comments. But also, Redfall is dropping next week. We're going to see how that one goes. But at the very least, right now, we do have a flashy new launch trailer for it with yet another, like, kind of slowed down cover of a classic song. So there's that. And in other news, many of you probably forgot, but I didn't. They're making a Twisted Metal show, and it's coming to Peacock in the United States. And they've unveiled the official poster for it. It's starring Anthony Mackie, and he's in a car with guns on it, and Sweet Tooth's ice cream truck is there too. They are dropping a teaser trailer, but as of the time of recording this video, it's not out yet. I haven't seen it. We might be linking it or showing it, but yeah, I mean, Twisted Metal, I like Twisted Metal a lot. They should have made a Vigilante 8 show. in my opinion. But hey, Twisted Metal, next best thing. Also, it was never the pinnacle of storytelling, so like I'm not really looking for much, but are they going to capture that weird, gritty, gross tone? Go for the Twisted Metal Black stuff. I don't know. I've talked way too long about Twisted Metal on this show, so let me move on. I'm definitely going to be submitting myself to this whole show, whether it's good or bad, and probably making a video about it on my channel. But, one bit of news. A lot of you guys have been asking me if there's any new news on that Max Payne 1 and 2 remake that was announced by Remedy with a collaboration with Rockstar Games, and we haven't heard anything about it. And we finally got some news from a Remedy Games like business financial statement type thing. We have this update. Max Payne 1 and 2 remake has progressed well, and during the first quarter, the project moved into the proof of concept stage. The development team has worked efficiently, improving the key elements of what Max Payne is all about, and in bringing the game in high quality to today's consoles and PCs. We expect the project to keep advancing well. That's it. That's all I got. Sorry. I was hoping there'd be something better from this, but patience, my friends. We don't want another game to release with bad frame rates and crashing and a poor PC port. That's the name of the game right now. We gotta get back to work though. We got a lot more games to talk about. Like I said, Redfall is dropping next week, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about everything going on this week. The Xbox Activision Blizzard deal thing with the CMA. Are you smarter than me? Do you have any deeper analysis into this? Do you even care? Like, are you excited that all these companies are trying to merge together? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Fires of Rubicon and what you think from Armored Core, like what you expect from this game. Let's talk about everything releasing this week, from Benedict Fox to Star Wars. What are you playing? Of course, we're going to have a pinned comment. So drop what you're playing in that pinned comment thread for our research specifically to tailor videos to you. We appreciate that if you do that. But that's it. We also appreciate if you like this video, because we put out videos every single day, but we're here every Friday talking the news with you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm Jake Baldino. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Pizza's on me. I gotta get back. I need coffee, man. I'm dying.